What's up, guys? In today's video we got a comparison of the Compound Hulk Marvel Legends from 2021, and then we have the Gray Hulk Joe Fixit Marvel Legends from 2023. So if you guys want to see a comparison of these two Hulks and then get my final verdict of which one I believe is the best Hulk altogether, continue watching the rest of this video. So let's go ahead and go straight into the comparison. So we're gonna go ahead and look at these real quick. So just looking at the way these figures looks really great in my opinion. The Compound Hulk contrast is really cool between the green and the red, and it is split directly down the middle, as you guys can see. Now that's actually really nice that there is no paint drip between the green and the red, or the red and the green. Really well painted in my opinion, as well as the pants. The one side is black and the other side is purple. Really well detailed in my opinion. And when it comes to the head sculpt, the same thing. You guys can see that there is a line down the middle between the Hulk, the green, and the red. Honestly, this is such a great Hulk figure altogether. And then looking at the Gray Hulk, you really can't compare all that much, considering that he is more of a sophisticated version of Hulk. He is wearing a full suit. You guys can see that his suit is well detailed. The soft rubber of his jacket does help with posability. They both look really good in my opinion. You guys can see the rest of his suit has kind of like a semi matte finish. And then on the pants looks really good, as well as you guys can see that the line detail goes all the way down. And even on his dress shoes has a nice high gloss finish. Overall, these both figures are really good in my opinion. Now, honestly, we're gonna go ahead and look at accessories real quick. So when it comes to the Gray Hulk, he does come with more accessories. Essentially, he does come with his Tommy gun, which is actually really well detailed. Now, I do wish that it had a nice wash to it, but overall, really not too bad. He does come with this interchangeable head sculpt when he is wearing that fedora. Pretty cool. And he does come with two interchangeable hands, an open palm for the Tommy gun, and also a fist. And before you guys ask, yes, the fist and the open palm are the exact same as the other Hulk figure, but not this version, not for the weapon, but the fist and then that version of the palm is the exact same scope, just different color, just pointing that out. And the Compound Hulk only comes with interchangeable hands, does come with this open palm green hand and then this closed red hand. As you guys can see, it is the exact same as a gray one, literally the same mold, and it seems like it's the same exact detail, I believe, just different paint, but still not too bad. I don't really have any complaints all that much. But when you look at it from the inside of the palm, it does look slightly different, but I'm not sure if maybe it looks different because of the paint and the color. But this hinge does look a little bit thicker than this gray one. Not sure if that's just my eyes deceiving me. So the next thing we're going to compare is articulation. Now, when it comes to articulation, that is actually a really good thing to compare when it comes to comparing two figures. And double jointed, it's somewhat double jointed. It's basically like, basically not, but basically is kind of weird. He is single jointed elbows, which is good. And when it comes to that hinge right here, now it doesn't have butterfly joints, but it kind of feels like it. I don't know what kind of hinge you would call this, but it is pretty excessive. As you guys can see that it does go all the way back like that. Now it does help with getting those crazy poses with the Hulk. I know that he likes to put his arms all the way back, so you can't do that with this figure. And when it comes to ab crunch, he does have a good amount of ab crunch. He does go forward pretty good, does go back pretty good as well. And you guys can see that the detail is all the way up there, as you guys can see. And then also on his legs, he does have thigh swivel, which is really good. And also his legs do move forward and back, but somewhat basic. And his ankle is on a hinge, as you guys can see, and it does move pretty good. Now this came with like those posing things. It would be those posing stands. It would be kind of cool because you could put his arms right there, make it look like he's about to attack. Overall, a really great figure. Even the head sculpt is pretty well detailed. As you guys can see, a little bit of the detail right here. His mouth is open. Now, it would have been nice if this came with two head sculpts, or at least another head sculpt. That would have been pretty nice and pretty ideal. You guys can see that this Hulk has like kind of a goldish eye, I think it is. And then Bruce Banner has a regular eye. Now, General Ross does look pretty cool. Now, I'm not really sure the significance of this version of Compound Hulk, but the figure alone looks really well detailed in my opinion, and the paint is really good. I'm surprised they were able to execute this really well. Now I'm not sure if he's a green figure with red paint, or is he a red figure with green paint. Now I'm not really too sure exactly how they went about creating this, but you guys let me know down in the comment section below. And then looking at the details of the ripped pants, they look pretty good in my opinion. Not sure if this was a re-release at some point, but overall it's really nice. Now I'm sure the Red Hulk version is probably the same sculpt. You guys let me know down in the comments if the red one and the green, the full red one and the full green one is basically the same thing. Overall, really no complaints. Now when it comes to Joe Fixit, because he is wearing this jacket, he is somewhat restricted. He doesn't really have much of an ab crunch. He can slightly move forward, but not really that much. He also does come with thigh swivel, which is really good. But what I did find that this leg tends to pop out. Not sure exactly why, but we're not gonna. Now when it comes to knee articulation, he is single jointed, but I'm not really too mad about it because this is not a figure that I feel like I would pose all that much. And when it comes to his ankle hinge, it does move slightly forward and slightly back, and his hand is on a hinge as well. Pretty good altogether. Now when it comes to the articulation of the elbows, you guys can see that it is single jointed. No complaints altogether, and he doesn't have that same hinge on the back as this version of Hulk because, you know, he is wearing a suit. But when it comes to the head rotation, he does look left and right pretty good, and he looks up and down like basically nothing, but it's still nice. And when it comes to the head sculpt, you guys can see that head sculpt looks really well detailed. I like the way this Hulk looks. I like this version a lot better than the one with the fedora because you could see his actual face. Honestly, when I'm looking at both these figures, there are a lot of things to consider when it comes to a comparison video. You guys want to compare the price, the articulation, the detail of the actual figure, the artwork of the box. That kind of stuff matters to me. Now, I didn't really pay retail for both of these figures, so I am kind of biased on exactly that part of the comparison. Now, when it comes to Joe Fixit, I ended up paying $19.99 at Ollie's. And for this Compound Hulk, I think I ended up getting him for $18.99 on sale on Walmart.com. Overall, they're both priced the same as far as what I paid for. I know he retailed for $30, and I want to say this Compound Hulk retail for $30 as well, but I can't remember because I didn't pay for retail. Now, both these figures do have a big difference as far as articulation. When it comes to the Joe Fixit, if I had to rate him between the comparison, definitely like a 7 out of 10. Standalone, decent 8 out of 10 by far. 8 out of 10 if he's by himself, but comparing it to this Hulk, definitely a 7 out of 10. Now, when it comes to the compound version of the Hulk, I'll definitely rate this one compared to him 8.5 out of 10. And overall, even standalone, I still think I'll give it an 8 out of 10. This is such a nice version of Hulk. Definitely has better articulation points. Now, the accessories isn't really as great as Joe Fixit, but I guess it makes sense for him to have a different head sculpt, his iconic tummy gun. Now, they didn't have to give us any more hands, but obviously when it comes to accessories, I think he'll have it like the best in my opinion. But overall, both these figures are really good. You guys let me know down in the comment section below which one is your best version of Hulk and which one would you guys pick up, him at Ollie's and possibly him at Walmart or some other thing. And I'll see you guys in the next video.